Elon Musk, CEO of SpaceX, warned that the company's Starlink internet communications networks in Ukraine are coming under heightened attack from Russia. Musk mentioned this information during a conference call held this week. At least 5,000 Starlink terminals have been sent to the nation by SpaceX with the assistance of the United States Agency for International Development, USAID. Since February, the country's cities have been under Russian attack, and so, Musk claims that it has been a difficult position to deal with. On May 10, Tuesday, he issued a message on Twitter stating that Starlink has resisted Russian cyber war jamming and hacking attempts so far. But for how long? And how bad have the hacking attempts been on the Starlink systems? Welcome to the Tesla News Hangout. Today, we will look at Elon Musk's statements on SpaceX that it is backing up Ukraine's cyber defense. Stay tuned as we look into this. Following Russia's invasion of Ukraine on February 24, Reuters conducted an investigation in which a coalition of nations asserted that Russia assisted in a cyber attack on satellite internet networks, which ultimately resulted in the shutdown of thousands of modems. Elon Musk has also been quoted as having provided this information. According to British Foreign Secretary Liz Truss, there was a deliberate and malicious attack on Viasat's KASAT network, which led to indiscriminate communication disruptions in Ukraine and other states members of the EU. According to Reuters, the United States of America, Canada, and Estonia have all independently confirmed the strikes. And according to the head of cybersecurity at the United States National Security Agency, even after unplugging the modems after being knocked down and then reinsert them, the modems would not come back up. So the only decision was that they needed to be changed since their condition was deemed down and out. According to additional reporting by Reuters, although the full impact of the KASAT outage has not yet been exposed, the corporation still does offer connectivity to the Ukrainian military and police units. But the unfortunate news is that if such attacks influence the KASAT activities, first responders can be required to deal with them. But then Starlink came into play. So, regarding Starlink, USAID announced in April that the terminals will provide Ukraine with unlimited, unthrottled data access. And this would be the case even if fiber optic or cellular communication infrastructure linkages are severed. According to a tweet sent by Joey Roulette of Reuters, SpaceX provided a donation of 3,667 out of the total 5,000 terminals together with the internet connectivity for those terminals at roughly $10 million. The United States agency purchased the remaining 1,333 terminals for international development. The Starlink internet service is provided by sending high-speed data signals to Earth from a network of satellites in orbit. Users may connect to this network by using a specialized receiver tailored to their needs. Although it was designed for use by individuals in remote places, it has been demonstrated to be beneficial in disaster-stricken areas where the existing communications infrastructure has been destroyed or rendered inoperable. However, some Starlink terminals were the subject of signal jamming that lasted for several hours at a time, which required additional cybersecurity measures to protect such terminals. So, SpaceX is now concentrating on preventing cyber attacks and reducing the effects of signal interference. And because cybersecurity and signal disruption have been SpaceX's primary concerns as of late, Musk wrote on Twitter over the weekend that there will be small delays in the development of Starship and Starlink V2. And sometimes, multiple Starlink terminals in conflict zones were inaccessible for extended periods due to heavy traffic. In any event, the most recent SpaceX software upgrade eliminates the possibility of jamming. Therefore, at this point, everyone is eager to find out what comes next from the Russians. According to Mr. Musk, who had before warned that the risk of being attacked is considerable, Starlink is the only non-Russian communications infrastructure still working in some sections of Ukraine. So other Starlink software updates, such as one that enables it to be powered by the cigarette lighter of a vehicle, are now being distributed by SpaceX to accommodate the needs of users in Ukraine better. One of the people who are utilizing Starlink terminals is the mayor of Kyiv in Ukraine, Vitaly Klitschko. He has said that they would be utilized to assist the country's essential infrastructure. Well, Elon has been doing a great job because, last month, the head of electromagnetic warfare at the Pentagon suggested that in order for the United States military's electronic warfare program to be able to adapt to new threats, it should take a page from SpaceX's playbook. Because after SpaceX shipped Starlink terminals to Ukraine earlier this year, in what appeared to be an effort to assist Ukraine in maintaining its internet connection amidst the conflict with Russia, Elon Musk, the founder of SpaceX, stated that Russia had blocked Starlink terminals in Ukraine for periods of several hours at a time. But Musk declared that as of March 25, all hacking and jamming attempts in Ukraine had failed to impact Starlink. He also noted that the constellation had resisted all software updates. If Musk's public assertions are factual, the kind of thing that makes Pentagon electronic warfare specialists take note is a private firm that is defeating Russian electronic warfare operations with software upgrades. And this is precisely the type of thing that Musk claims to have done. From the perspective of an electronic warfare technologist, that is very remarkable. Actually, Dave Tremper, who is in charge of electronic warfare in the procurement office of the Pentagon, made some remarks that it is a paradigm and how SpaceX accomplished that is sort of eye-watering to him. He went ahead to add that the US Army needs to have the capability to update whenever there is a demand for it if they are going to be able to respond in the same manner as Starlink. Since Russia's annexation of Crimea earlier this year, the Russian military has made extensive use of electronic warfare in the Donbas region of eastern Ukraine. This strategy, which employs electromagnetic signals to reveal the positions of Ukrainian soldiers and disable equipment, such as drones, has typically been very successful. However, the ongoing conflict may be drawing attention to Russia's electronic warfare capabilities. According to Tremper, Russian incursions into Ukraine are very different situations from previous operations, which were limited to the border between Russia and Ukraine's disputed territories. In the past, Russian activities were contained within Ukraine's disputed areas. When you aim to reach the center of that country, electronic warfare coordination and synchronization become pretty tough. So it is now a great deal more challenging to penetrate into urban surroundings. Hence, there is a strong assertion that what we are observing in Ukraine is a resistance movement in which there is no dependence on the electromagnetic spectrum, as evidenced by the sinking of the Russian warship Moscow and the inability of the Russian Air Force to achieve air superiority against an opponent with far fewer combat aircraft. The Russian military's inability to defeat an opponent with fewer combat aircraft and a lack of training and expertise has also been a source of embarrassment. But according to what experts had to say about it, we kind of expected a stronger presence from the electronic warfare-related field. It is not that there is an absence of it. It's that the level of coordination and synchronization that is necessary for these kinds of occurrences is so great that an inexperienced operator will have a challenging time pulling it off successfully. Before beginning his remarks, Brigadier General Tad Clark, the Director of Electromagnetic Spectrum Superiority for the United States Air Force, admitted that he was unable to go into specifics about what the United States has learned about the electronic warfare threat posed by Russia as a result of its actions in Ukraine. However, he did point out that those actions offer more than just information about Russia's technological capabilities. They also provide a picture of whether or not Russia has the financial resources to carry out such attacks. This is in addition to providing data on Russia's technological capabilities, which he also pointed out. The strikes have revealed several things, including what Russia has invested in, the level of complexity and dependability of their equipment, and their ability to carry out this mission in concert with one another. It demonstrates the various nations' current levels of cybersecurity and the next steps that need to be taken. So, do you think Russia will continue with the cyber attacks on Starlink? Please leave your thoughts in the comments section below, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel Tesla News Hangout, where we talk about Elon Musk, Tesla, and SpaceX while you're at it. Hit the bell so you never miss any of our videos, as more exciting ones like this are on the way. I'll see you at the next one.